Get ready for the action, because the Kansas City Chiefs are making massive offseason moves. General Manager Brett Veach and his coaching staff are deep into evaluating the 2026 NFL draft class and projecting the depth chart for the Chiefs' 53-man roster. We break down exactly who is getting the attention at wide receiver and tight end, and why these roster decisions are going to define the team's success this season.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
The roster adjustments are already underway. The Chiefs have announced a flurry of post-rookie minicamp roster moves, bringing in fresh talent like undrafted wide receiver Xavier Lloyd from Missouri, undrafted defensive back Marlon Sewell from Vanderbilt, and undrafted offensive lineman Khalil Benson from Indiana. But the shakeup isn't just additions. Several players have been waived, including quarterback Jake Heener, defensive lineman Ethan Hurkett, and defensive lineman Zach Pickens, signaling a major realignment. Now let's zoom in on the talent coming out of the draft. We dive deep into rookie wide receiver Cyrus Allen, breaking down his incredible strengths, how his slot-based game plays perfectly into the Chiefs system, and where he needs to improve to truly explode onto the field. We look at his limitations and why his reliability makes him a worthwhile swing for the Kansas City offense. And finally, we look at the bigger picture. We're tracking the ripple effects of these moves, seeing how the waiver decisions involving Peter Woods and Garrett Nussmeier impact the defensive line and quarterback situation. Don't miss a second of this analysis. Stay tuned right now for all the breaking news and the full breakdown. The Kansas City Chiefs have concluded their annual rookie minicamp, marking another significant offseason milestone as General Manager Brett Veach and the coaching staff move into evaluating potential roster candidates, including the 2026 NFL draft class. While training camp is still months away, the offseason program remains critical, offering players chances to boost their stock, but also risks fading into obscurity. A post-draft projection of the Chiefs' depth chart suggests stability at the top, with little surprise on the side of the ball, though wide receiver and tight end battles remain key areas of focus. Patrick Mahomes continues to show positive recovery progress following his ACL and LCL injury, while Justin Fields remains an intriguing insurance option. The team's investment in 7th-round pick Garrett Nussmeier suggests a desire to avoid the undrafted free agency route, making him a viable roster option. The calculus shifts to the 3rd and 4th wide receiver spots. Given the lack of run game production from a rookie, 2025 7th-rounder Brashard Smith could be superseded by rookie Emmett Johnson, who is viewed as a better pure rusher at this juncture. The decision hinges on whether Kansas City opts to retain 4 tight ends. The top 5 of the depth chart appear relatively set. Jalen Royals needs to deliver after his rookie year, and 5th-round pick Cyrus Allen possesses the necessary skills to be a key separator. The cornerback room has undergone a major transformation, with the loss of Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson adding pressure to remaining players. On the offensive line, the starting 5 is projected to remain largely intact, with a potential swap of Jawan Taylor for Jalon Moore at right tackle, suggesting a potentially elite unit. Mike Caliendo's re-signing confirms his likely spot on the 53-man roster. Defensively, competition is expected near the bottom of the ladder across multiple positions, with undrafted free agents holding potential. Cooper McDonald is anticipated to be a starter alongside Nick Bolton and Drew Tranquill at Sam. The final defensive spots are monitored, with 4th-round pick Jadon Kennedy being a slot-only option and Kyer Elam potentially staying if he performs well. Overall, the projected roster pecking order is considered rock solid, with the main focus remaining on the end-of-roster battles at wide receiver and tight end positions. The Kansas City Chiefs are continuing to reshape their roster following the 2026 NFL Draft and rookie minicamp, announcing a flurry of post-rookie minicamp roster adjustments. The team has finalized several moves involving free agents and the waiving of other players. New additions include undrafted free agent Xavier Lloyd, a wide receiver from Missouri, Marlon Sewell, a defensive back from Vanderbilt, and Khalil Benson, an offensive lineman from Indiana. These signings indicate a focus on bolstering specific positions. Conversely, the Chiefs made several players expendable, including quarterback Jake Heener, defensive lineman Ethan Hurkett, and defensive lineman Zach Pickens. Heener had previously signed a reserve future contract with the Chiefs in early February after 3 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. Hurkett was an undrafted free agent from Iowa, while Pickens was signed to the practice squad in 2025 before being promoted to the active roster on December 17th, where he recorded 5 tackles in 3 games last season. The decision to waive these veterans suggests the team is clearing space, potentially in anticipation of key additions stemming from the 2026 NFL Draft, such as defensive lineman Peter Woods and quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. The Kansas City Chiefs have selected wide receiver Cyrus Allen out of Cincinnati in the 5th round of the 2026 NFL Draft, bringing a distinct set of strengths and clear developmental areas for the rookie. Allen's primary strength lies in his proficiency as a slot receiver, excelling on underneath routes, typically within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Against man coverage, his option route usage, facilitated by his slot positioning, helps him avoid press while emphasizing route running later in the play, around 8 to 10 yards downfield. His ability to read defender leverage, execute sharp cuts and pivots while maintaining speed, and avoid tipping his brakes are key attributes that create separation. In zone coverage, Allen demonstrates strong spatial awareness, effectively finding soft spots and quickly settling into openings to gain first downs. Furthermore, he is consistent on outbreaking routes near the sideline, utilizing solid timing and depth to keep plays moving. While not a true vertical threat, Allen wins with footwork and pacing rather than pure speed, using closed hips to keep defenders off balance before achieving necessary burst. However, his limitations are notable. His size restricts him to the slot at the NFL level, demanding schematic adjustments to get him off the line. His catch radius is limited, and he struggles in contested situations. While he can run vertical routes, his explosiveness peaks around 10 to 20 yards downfield, suggesting his route tree will remain concentrated in that range. Recovery speed is another concern. If he fails to win early, defensive backs could close the gap. Potential areas for growth include expanding his role over the middle and consistently running crossing routes from the slot, particularly against man coverage. The immediate fit in Kansas City is somewhat crowded alongside established players, but his reliability and route awareness make him quarterback-friendly, suggesting he can earn trust quickly. With potential future flexibility as Rashee Rice becomes a free agent, Allen has a clear path to establish himself as a reliable 4th option, offering a worthwhile investment for the Chiefs' depth. The Kansas City Chiefs are actively reshaping their roster following the conclusion of the 2026 NFL Draft and rookie minicamp. The team has announced a flurry of post-rookie moves, bringing in several new players and parting ways with others to adjust personnel. According to the team's social media channels, the Chiefs have signed 3 new free agents: Xavier Lloyd, an undrafted wide receiver from Missouri, Marlon Sewell, an undrafted defensive back from Vanderbilt, and Khalil Benson, an undrafted offensive lineman from Indiana. Simultaneously, the Chiefs have made several roster adjustments by waiving multiple players. The list of waived personnel includes quarterback Jake Heener, defensive lineman Ethan Hurkett, and defensive lineman Zach Pickens. Regarding the waived players, Jake Heener had previously signed a reserve future contract with the Chiefs in early February after 3 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. Ethan Hurkett was an undrafted free agent from Iowa, while Zach Pickens had been signed to the practice squad in 2025 before being promoted to the active roster on December 17th, where he recorded 5 tackles in 3 games last season. The decision to waive these veterans is reportedly making them expendable, potentially in anticipation of key additions made during the 2026 NFL Draft, specifically mentioning defensive lineman Peter Woods and quarterback Garrett Nussmeier as potential future acquisitions.